Alright guys, let's dive back into animation in Unreal. What do you think? As I mentioned before, there are so many new amazing tools that I have to share it with you. And today we are going to unlock the full potential of the new animation layer system. Let's go! For this video, I'll be working with this adorable little raptor I snagged during last November's 5th of the Month collection. Isn't he the cutest? To show off the animation layer system, I built a completely new control rig for our friend here. I even added some dynamic effects to his tail and arms. Let me know in the comments if you'd like a breakdown of how I set that up. Now, to get started, here's what you'll need. At least, of course, one skeletal mesh. And just a control rig. With those in place, you're all set to explore this tool more easily. So what exactly is the new animation layer system? You might be wondering, but didn't we already get a layered control rig in UO 5.4? Yes, but this is something entirely different. In short, the new animation layer system is a tool that sits on top of what we already have in the sequencer. It's a fantastic addition to your animation workflow, making it easier to manage, create additive sections, and handle various tasks seamlessly. So, where will you find this tool? First, make sure you're in animation mode. Then, head to the Editor Modes panel under the Window menu. Let's bring that panel into view and dock it to the side for better visibility. To start, select a control in your control rig, for example. Here you can see we already have an animation in the sequencer of our dear little raptor. Now go to the Anim Layers window and click the plus icon. Give your new layer a name, and you're ready to create additional animations effortlessly. No more manually filtering tracks or navigating the sequencer to add keys. And we got lots of quality of life improvements here. For instance, one cool feature here is the ability to visualize which controls are included in the layer using the small dot icon here. You can even add multiple controls at once. Super convenient, and I'll show you that in a bit. When you select a layer, it automatically switches focus in the sequencer. This is similar to the behavior we had when working with sections in the sequencer. It's essentially the equivalent of the key dissection attribute, but much simpler. Continuing with UI, the mute icon is a game changer. With one click, you can toggle between the base layer and your new layer, saving loads of time. It might sound minor, but trust me, these small improvements streamline the entire animation process and let you focus on what really matters: animating. Another powerful feature is the ability to key the weight of the entire layer. Now you have a better and easier access to it. Keying the weight is useful when fine-tuning your animation. Here, most of the time, you use the additive type, but there are cases where switching to override can come in handy too.
What's a situation where you'd use an override layer type? Is it really useful?
Yes, it absolutely is. Let's go through a quick exercise to illustrate. Let's say you have animated your character in the sequencer, but you're not entirely happy with the final pose at the ending. At the same time, you want to keep your original animation intact, just in case you need it later. Here's what you can do. Select all the controls and create a new animation layer. From there, refine or create a new pose specifically for the ending. Once you're satisfied with the new pose, you can key the weight of this newly created layer. This allows you to effectively blend the new ending pose with the rest of your original animation. It's like having a seamless iteration of your animation without overriding anything. This is one of the scenarios where the override layer type really shines. Let's continue, and for example, if you want to apply a common random effect to several controls, you can create a layer based on multi-selection of controls. And if you already created the layer, no problem. Just right-click on it and add the active selection to that layer. In the end, while we have another window to manage, it eliminates the need for tedious right-clicking and manual editing in the sequencer, saving a lot of time. Speaking of extra windows, there's another great one that's been available since before 5.5, the Motion Trails window. You'll find it right next to where we found the anim layers. This is a tool I really appreciate because it lets you visualize the motion of any selected and animated control. You can even see the keys, and honestly, it feels like a throwback to the good old 2D animation days with the visualized intervals, keys, and more. Super handy. Now, don't forget, when we are talking about adding sections to our animation, whether additive or override, it's different from using the bait control rig layer. That's one of the new tools introduced in 5.4, which I've already covered in a previous video. To use the baked control rig layer, you needed a backward solve setup for it to work properly. Here with the new anim layers, we're not baking sessions, so you don't need to worry about setting up a backward solve system. Honestly, no need to say more about this tool guys, because it's straightforward, easy to grasp, and incredibly effective. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feedbacks in the comments. See you as always next week for a new video. Ciao!